Alright guys, jumping into the final round of the tournament for Tech Find, we are going against the Guado Glories. AloeKado is taking on the Kilika Beasts. So it shouldn't be too bad. Let's just jump in and see what we can get done. So we're going to see if Eager can tech copy anything. If Eager can't, then maybe Blappa? I mean, Nap Shot's pretty good, Tackles is pretty good. On Knob Guado nonetheless, so, I mean, that could actually trigger. It's so funny because we're using so many tech finds, like we've just forsaken the idea of learning key techniques. Which in all honesty, we might have actually learned all our key techniques, but I'm not positive on that. Alright, so we're going to have Barrack with the ball. Immediately, we're just going to pass back to Judah and see if we can do some sort of like setup for Blappa. I mean, it's kind of like a traditional start for us. Generally, we pass back to Judah. We ever kind of swim around, swim up, and then we set up Blappa for a goal. The main difference here, and the thing to really keep in mind, is this is the Guado Glories. So speed is their name. They're very quick. So we can't necessarily swim anywhere because they're going to be pressuring us out. Wait, whoa. Did that just glitch? Was that blue? What? It said H. Oh no, that was drain tackle. I'm so dumb. I was like, wait, what? For some reason, I thought it was Venom. Okay, that was right. That was right. I don't think it glitched. I think it was just me. I don't know why my brain was turned off for that moment. But yeah, and we're gonna pass to Blappa and see if we can get a goal here. I mean, we are set up, right? Like this is gold. No one's encountered us. Nor Guado shivering in his boots, and Blappa or Eager was ready for the volley shot there. So it is gonna be 1-0. I always like think it's such a weird, like Barrack will fall to the ground or like someone else will fall to like I guess the bottom is the better way to say it, but the bottom of the sphere pool. It's so odd, like it's just like a weird like movement thing. And I did have one of them. Oh no, I didn't. I was gonna say I had one of them break through, but that's not true. See, I'm just messing up here. I don't even know what drain tackle is anymore. I'm giving Guado the ball. Like who's playing right now? My gosh, honestly. It's amateur hour on this channel today. I actually wonder how many Blitzball games have I played, like in my life. Here's the question: have I hit 10,000? I think I've hit 5,000. Maybe, I don't know actually. Maybe more. It's such a weird concept to think about, you know? Just because, like, I don't know, I feel like people are like, oh, that's a lot of Blitzball. But in all honesty, like, I started when I was a very young child. Because, you know, when this game came out, I was a fairly young child. So, like, across your lifetime, that's actually not that, that's not that much. And then obviously with the series of the channel and everything, I've probably played a lot more. Because with the channel I've played like 2,000 on the channel. Because you have the perfect Blitzball team. Like, estimate on average everything's 250, which is not true. A lot of them are a lot more. But you have the perfect Blitzball team at 250. Goers, Fangs, Glories, Beasts, that's 5. So that's 1,250. And then Dark Matter Grind, which is another 250. So that's 1,500. And then Psyches right now are 200, so that's 1,700. So that's 1,700 games played. And that's being very conservative because obviously all our series were not 250. I think only one of them was, which was the Dark Matter Grind. And that wasn't a journey so much as a predetermined. We're playing 250 games because, hence its name, we're grinding for Dark Matters. Anyways, we do have it 2-0, so that's really good. The Glories, though, are kind of tough. I think it's just us, though. I think we're making very poor decisions, which make it harder. Judah's asleep. What a shame. Yeah. One series I was thinking about redoing was playing Sphere Break and Final Fantasy X-2 some more. I had a series that got kind of just dropped, where I was facing everyone in Sphere Break, but I stopped doing it. So, see, that's the tough part. I think I've hit this point, like, also, like, where I've any series that I've like forsaken, so to speak. I need to decide, do I just want to delete all the old videos and just re-upload all new ones? I think probably yes, just to make it more cohesive. I've done that with videos before, actually. Most recently, I deleted one of my videos from a few weeks ago, actually. It was the Old Man's Guide to Spira. But that was like, it's no commentary, and I just realized that I missed one part of the dialogue, so I had to delete it and re-upload it. I'm doing something similar with a video right now where it's like running from Lord Ochu, or Ochu, Lord of the Wood. Fafnir Fang was actually the one that commented and said like, hey, this is a thing, which is awesome because, you know, I'm just trying to record cool things. So I recorded it, and I think I might have missed one portion of it. They were mentioning that some of the items from the Crusaders change if you run away, or like depending on what actions you take. So I need to double check that. I don't know. I don't mind too much. I feel like it probably confuses people. Like they're like, didn't I just see this in my recommended feed? And it's like the exact same title and everything. I think the next, again, I do this too much, but in the distant future, but the next thing I'm going to be going over is some Final Fantasy 12 things. Because I have this like Final Fantasy X cool things playlist. And eventually we're going to run out of things in Final Fantasy X. So we'll be going on to Final Fantasy 12 most likely. We're really hoping with this shot, but I don't want to actually like lose the technique, so I'm going to go for it. Yeah, that's kind of what we kind of thought. So I mean, there's a bunch of small things in Final Fantasy 12. So specifically, if we're going to talk about things, when you enter the Necro Hall of Nabudis, depending on when you enter it, you get a different cutscene. You face these Mandragoras. Depending on what order you defeat them in, you get a different cutscene. You have this like package you got to deliver for a dude, and you know it's just kind of a small like unmarked quest, which is kind of cool. And depending on what you do, like there's different chocobo stances. So every single character has a different chocobo stance and a weapon stance. So yeah, there's a bunch of stuff. I probably won't do actually. Let me pull up the channel name. I'll link them in this video too. But if you're actually looking for really cool Final Fantasy 12 stuff, like that's like what is it? Yeah, it's like Final Fantasy 12, like different weapon stances and stuff like that. AloeKado. I really hope I'm saying that correctly. It'll be linked in the description below, but they do a lot of Final Fantasy 12 stuff, which I thought was really cool. Yeah. Full disclosure, I didn't watch the whole videos because they're like 30 minutes of just like different stances, but like I jumped to the stance I want to see. And it's like battle animations and stuff like that, so it's kind of cool. Yeah. I think it's like, it depends on if like that's your thing, right? Like if you want to see that or not. Because I talked about this with Blitzball as well, but like it's a very specific interest it's like a very specific interest for a specific game, which always narrows your audience a little bit, but I don't mind. My whole mentality on this is like, when I started the Blitzball Mania channel, I just wanted something that like didn't exist yet, so I decided to make it. I think that's always like kind of cool. Yeah. I guess the short description of the channel is like the opposite of whatever someone who like chases trends is, right? Because I very much just like, you know, have this niche, and I don't think Blitzball videos are ever gonna become like a big thing outside of like a new Blitzball game being released, right? Like that's the one thing. You would need a new game to make it become like huge. But that, I mean, I feel like that's kind of obvious, right? Because, you know, it's an old game, you know. You would need something new to come to the community to make it a thing. Like if they all of a sudden were like, hey, we issued a patch to 10 and now you can edit Blitzball stuff, and just like, what? Like that'd be crazy. Like that would maybe make it boom a little bit, but it would just take specific things. But yeah, back to my original point. I'm going to be doing some Final Fantasy 12 things. If you want to see someone who already does Final Fantasy 12 things, there's that AloeKado who does that. To be honest, most of my ideas come from, there was this Brady Games strategy guide that was released for Final Fantasy 12, and they actually called out a lot of these things, but obviously it was a strategy guide in paper, so you couldn't see the video form of it. So I want to see the video form of a lot of what they were talking about in that strategy guide. I just don't know when I'll get to it. So I'm going to push up here. Ada is going to force this pretty soon. Get away from me, Ada. I don't want to talk. Tackle, slip. Oh, perfect. Blappa learns a new tech. He learned Wither Tackle 3. That's actually fantastic. Let's just try to bait out with the Wither Tackle. Why not? Oh, lame. Guado blocked it. What a shame. So we're going to Wither Tackle through. Shouldn't be too bad. And there it is. 3-0. Easy peasy. So a little bit of experience for them. A little bit for us. Honestly, not that much. Like, that was not as lucrative as we had hoped. But Blappa did learn Wither Tackle 3, which is really good. Wakam level 94. More HP, endurance, pass, block. So that's not too bad. So we 3-0 the Glories, and then Beasts 3-0 the Goers. So yeah, and we learn ourselves a tech find, which we want to give to Blappa. Mostly we're choosing Blappa because he has a higher level. Is it 1, 2, 3, 4? I really hope that's right. Perfect. Anyways, thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed it. And when you come back, we're going to be playing more Blitzball. Till next time.